don't you hate things when that happens?
Sometimes when you're in Moab, you run out of ground clearance. Today we run out of that ground clearance as we search for the Dellenbaugh Tunnel located in Moab, Utah. It's going to be quite the adventure. So we are on our way to Dellenbaugh Tunnel outside of Moab. We're on the north side, huh, Everett?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the north side, right off of 313. There's a turnoff. It's not marked, but if you use apps like Gaia, or I'm sure Google also has it as well, you'll be able to find the turnoff. But we're gonna go out exploring and four-wheeling out that way, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
So for this specific trip to Moab, we kind of left a little bit unprepared. I don't really have a map for how to get to Dellenbaugh Tunnel. I do have an outdated book with some directions that we're hoping to be able to follow. I do, however, also have the Gaia app downloaded, so between the two, we're hoping to be able to navigate to Dellenbaugh Tunnel without too much difficulty. But I will let you know that we do take a wrong trail at some point during this adventure. From what we had heard, that this is a quick little trip that we've never tried and that we've been really wanting to. Also, we really wanted to try to get the Toyota Tacoma off-road some more and get into some more normal off-roading that we would typically do. We did look at some YouTube videos and there was a Jeep Renegade who had previously done this trail, so we knew that it shouldn't be too bad for the Toyota Tacoma even with its longer wheelbase. However, that didn't account for me having some GPX tracks that I got from offline from some random resource that I probably shouldn't trust, and also the fact that the wrong trail was a little bit harder than the typical Dellenbaugh trail. At the time, we didn't know it, but we just took a wrong turn. Now looking back at the map, our mistake is quite obvious. We turned one left too soon before the actual turnoff, which takes you to the Secret Spire Dellenbaugh Tunnel area, which we found out later that this road is technically called the Shortcut Road, which if you're in a Jeep that maybe has a lift or even maybe a stock Rubicon with a shorter wheelbase, you might call this a shortcut. However, in a stock Toyota Tacoma, there's a couple obstacles that make us turn around and go the other way. And why didn't we notice sooner that we took the wrong way? Well, this description matched the description that we found in our book, that it was supposed to be slightly sandy and kind of washy. So we thought that for sure we might be on the right trail. However, soon after this, I turned on Gaia and realized that we were following that GPX track, which wasn't the official trail, but we were feeling kind of adventurous, so instead of doing the smart thing and turning around and taking the official trail, we took this shortcut road, trying to make the best of it. We're in for the adventure after all. We could see off in the distance there, that is where Secret Spire is, and that is where Dellenbaugh Tunnel is. So from what you can see here, it looks kind of flat and it shouldn't be too much of a problem, but we were wrong. And here we go. Here starts our adventure.
Oh, don't you hate things when that happens?
As you can see there where the arrow is, that's the rock we're scraping on, so we had to back up and try a different approach. It doesn't look that tall on film, but apparently it was tall enough to scrape the underside of the Tacoma.
Yep, you're good now.
So pretty quickly on this offshoot trail, we came to the turnaround point. Now normally on most videos, I would just play the audio so you could hear what we were actually discussing, but the wind that day was catching the microphone on our camera pretty bad, and so we ended up having to turn around here, and Dane was kind of disappointed because it was way more angled than we were willing to do in a brand new Tacoma, maybe once it has a few more miles. So sometimes when you're off-roading, you have to play it smart and not try something risky, and we typically try to do that on most of our adventures. So when you're going through obstacles, I cannot recommend more than always looking at them from both angles. If you can make it one way, You should also make sure that you think you can make it the other way, just in case you have to turn around. Because here in a little bit, we gotta do that little ledge over again, and we know we can make it both directions, but you should always be thinking about that as you're off-roading, no matter where you are. So here's that ledge where we hit the skid plate on the Tacoma. As you can see here on the camera, it looks relatively flat. But anybody who's familiar with off-roading knows that sometimes ledges on camera don't look like they do in real life. So as you can see, the Tacoma had no issues going up this direction. This was actually easier going up it than going down it was coming in. So, just being mindful as you're off-roading to make sure you make it both directions, as I've said like about 20 times now.
Okay. Right there. Yep. There you go. And then that way. So we took the wrong way. We were following directions, and so now we have turned around. We're gonna go back to the other road and try a different way to get there because we think we figured it out. And so hopefully it'll be easier than the way we just tried, because that wall was not a doable wall. So here is attempt for trail number 2.
Now that we've done it the wrong way, let's show you the actual trail that goes to Dellenbaugh. After going back the way we came, we quickly found the correct road and started down the moderate trail to Dellenbaugh Tunnel.
Nothing bigger than what you've done.
Yeah, but I've already done damage. Oh, gosh.
So why is this trail a moderate? This trail is considered a moderate due to a couple of short, steep climbs along the trail that require this moderate rating. Much of this route is actually rather easy. Stock 4x4 sport utility vehicles designed for off-road use should manage this trail just fine. As you can see here, it is mostly a mixture of sand and slick rock along this trail. And if you've driven on slick rock before in the Moab area or in other areas around the country, this is going to be a pretty similar experiences to those other trails that you've been on. There are some mildly off-camber situations like here where you're kind of a little tilty, but nothing too extreme and nothing too frightening for most people. Also, this trail is pretty easy to follow. There are some white painted marks on the rock, so if you do feel like you're losing where you're going, those can be helpful if you look out for them. Like most desert trails though, we do recommend doing this trail in nice weather. Due to the danger of flash flooding, you do not want to enter the Dellenbaugh Wash area if heavy rain is forecasted. Please remember that trail conditions in the desert can change quickly. A flash flood can come through these areas, and obstacles that once were easy can become very difficult or impassable when wet. So please use your brain and don't do this trail if it's heavy rain in the forecast. So what's the history of Dellenbaugh Tunnel? The nearby tunnel was probably named after Frederick S. Dellenbaugh. He lived from 1853 to 1935. 1871, Dellenbaugh was hired by Major John Wesley Powell. Yes, the guy who Lake Powell was named after. He was only 17, and as an artist, he was the assistant map maker and engineer for the second Powell expedition exploring the Green River and Colorado River. The group originally embarked at Green River, Wyoming. Many of the paintings that you've seen are famous depiction of Dellenbaugh. He painted them himself, of the canyons through which the Green River and the Colorado River flow. His life was dedicated to exploring the West and recording the natural beauty he encountered through his paintings, photographs, and books.
Battery died. Different photo. Different camera.
So this is probably the only true obstacle on this trail, and I'm going to call it the wall. There are 2 lines on this obstacle. Dane is going to do the easier one, which is found on the passenger side of the vehicle. Now, if you want a challenge, you can take the right or straight up the middle, but I will tell you it is very steep on that section, even though it doesn't look like it.
Yep, you're good. Now turn driver. Driver, the trail's over the driver's side. Walk with me, buddy. Yep, you're good. Yeah, because it's over there. Yep, just slow. Yeah, you're fine. They're both dippy. This one doesn't look so bad.
yeah, you have plenty. Plenty of approach. Alright, you're good. Apparently hitch. I couldn't see your hitch. So here's the other wall, which is also going to be a challenge of your approach and breakover angle. I was thinking this looks taller, I'd go driver.
That's what I was looking at, because I see street tracks this way. Yeah, that looks taller.
Yeah, this is like, I had to jump up.
Yeah, this way looks better. Okay.
I'd go that way. Slow. Okay, your tires are climbing, you're okay. Yep, you're good.
Up my middle.
You're okay. Your back tires will climb here in a second, so you're gonna clear it. Oh yeah, like a champ. The approach was the questionable part of that one. So after all that, you finally get to reach Dellenbaugh Tunnel.
Good enough photo,
So
I
we
guess.
have officially made it to the end of the four-wheel drive portion of
Yep, the undercarriage.
Dellenbaugh Tunnel. We did not rip out the
Tore off the
undercarriage. We did not tear off the hitch.
Scraped, gouged, and skid plate 1/4 inch deep.
I don't think so.
Me too. You saw the stretch.
Well, that was technically before. So we are going on the hike, and if you can see here, we have
3 things.
Little markers to tell us where to go. I brought my phone with a map on it, but apparently I didn't need it. So sand.
Dellenbaugh Trail.
Hiking shortcut.
Where? Move it.
This
This
way.
one's a hiking shortcut, one's the view route. So it looks like
You go that way, I think.
the short one is to the
This way?
left.
There it is. I found it. I forgot my lights, my phone.
I have my phone in my pocket.
Yeah,
Actually, this is the easier way. The other way would have been scaling the cliff.
Right?
The good thing Dad told you to go this way. Look at that handhold. Oh! Old lady descending hill. Take one.
Not old.
Albert has many things where he says, old lady running. You can see her in the camera. And I agreed. You are old.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your comments are the old lady running in the camera.
Nope. He said he saw you running and that was it. So I am young man running in the cave. It is too a cave.
It's Dellenbaugh Tunnel, technically.
Tunnel,
It's a
sorry.
tunnel.
I meant tunnel. I meant tunnel. That's cool. Dad's wanted to come here for like 4 years.
It's true. It's been on our list for a while, buddy.
Cool. I know, that trail brings you all the way around, buddy. That's cool, look at that. It's pretty snazzy, huh?
Pretty snazzy pants.
Now it's worth ripping out the guts of the truck.
Well, the trail was harder than I thought it was going to be with the description.
There it is.
But I guess I shouldn't be surprised this year. It seems to be the theme.
Moab.
It is Moab. That's a pretty cool tunnel.
It is pretty cool.
It's not that way.
So we have made it to the tunnel. The tunnel is pretty cool. It's a little short little thing. It's easy to get to. As far as the hike goes, it's just up and down some slick rock. And so we're in the tunnel right now, and it was pretty easy. When the sign points to you, when you get to that hiking sign, you want to go to the left if you parked on the four-wheel drive trail. So just keep that in mind. And
It's not this way.
we are gonna start walking back to the truck now, which we have to go back through the tunnel. So here's the tunnel on the other side. which is pretty cool. And then here's the inside of the tunnel. And it's pretty awesome. So we're going to head back the other direction and see you guys back at the truck.
To get back to the highway, you have to go back the way you came. So that means you have to complete all of those slick rock challenges in the other direction.
Ooh. Yep, you're good. It was close, but it wasn't that. It wasn't as close as my brain thought it was. My brain made it scarier than it was. You were a little closer to the tree. Yeah. Now turn in. Yeah, you're fine now. You're good. Your back's good so far. Not as bad as the last one.
Rip it off.
Hitches, man.
I think I bent the frame. Get in.
You didn't bend the frame. So we have just completed the Dellenbaugh Tunnel trail, and I would definitely recommend it. I would give yourself way more time than we did. We just kind of did it at a kind of on a short afternoon day trip, and if you want to spend some more time on the trail instead of rushing through it, definitely give yourself some of that time. As far as the trail itself, what would you rate it?
I don't know. Tacoma worthy?
Stock Tacoma worthy?
6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I would say that definitely a stock Tacoma can go through it. You are going to need to pick smart lines. Just don't baja over anything. But if you're a stock similar vehicle to a Tacoma, you could probably get a lifted full size in there, probably a Ram if you wanted to. Your breakover might get you though. But you would probably be okay.
Get a stock F-150 through there if you wanted to.
Yeah. So it just depends on what you're comfortable with and how well and your driving skills. So overall, I think it was a great trail, and we are gonna start heading home since it's gonna be a long drive back since we just came down here for a quick day trip. So we'll see you later.
Next time on Legendary Trails, we explore a little closer to home and go try to find this ancient site that we've never heard about, but we've been near all this time. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you're not caught up on all of our adventures, you should click on the suggested videos. We hope to see you out on the trail soon. Bye for now.